feeling good about how well received it was by the people who attended, how well attended it was, and still offering congratulatory messages to all of the people who participated to make it what it was. So Oistins Under the Stars was one of those events that many people went away talking about. Who knows, you just might see a little bit coming up a little bit later. We'll tell you more about that, plus news, updates, and everything else you need to know on a morning like today. So it's the end of the month. That means tomorrow is the 1st of November, and that's where we really kick into high gear with our celebrations for independence here in Barbados. Of course, starting tomorrow with the Sagicor Life Inc. lighting ceremony. That is going to be live from Bridgetown, National Heroes Square to be specific. It will be live on CBC TV8 from 5 o'clock on the dot, so make sure you tune in, or you can catch us online. The Bajan Folk Brew continues after. We'll come back to TV8 for the news, but you can continue to watch online. And there's a very special aspect to that particular presentation tomorrow in observance of the upcoming centenary of Shirley Chisholm. The Shirley Chisholm Primary School is going to be lit as well, simultaneously with the lighting of Bridgetown. So we look forward to bringing you all of that. But we wanted to start today by talking to Mr. Ronald Pope, who's president of the Barbados Society of Psychology, as we look towards Psychology Week and the activities that are coming up. Good morning to you, and good to have you on Morning Barbados.
Thank you. Good morning, Barbados.
All right. Now, tell us a little bit about the society before we delve into the observances and what will be happening in the coming days.
Yes, so the society was established in 2001. It is a professional organization that basically tries to promote mental health and educate the public a lot about psychology, while still maintaining the professional standards that psychologists must adhere to across Barbados.
How have you found that the way Barbadians engage with or relate to or reach out to psychologists has changed over the last few years, particularly post-COVID?
Yeah, I would say that a lot more have accepted the idea of psychology and counseling. We still have many persons who are still or who still carry the stigma or think about the stigma about mental health, and as a result they are afraid to seek out counselors, psychologists. But overall I would say post-COVID we have seen a lot of individuals who would have sought counseling and psychologists and specialists in mental health.
So is the society an organization for psychologists, for them to generally get together and do initiatives and look at what's happening in your particular field and things of that nature?
Yeah, indeed. The Psychology Association Society basically tries to promote and educate the public about psychology. So we are hoping that the public is more accepting to psychology, and we're hoping that over the years, as we educate the public, that persons will kind of shed that stigma. Yeah.
Now for this particular observance, your theme is promoting mental health for community peace and wellness. How did you come to this place with this particular theme?
Yes, that one was pretty easy. Looking at the current state of affairs in Barbados, we recognized that we were seeing a lot of anger, a lot of aggression playing out in our society, and we wanted to address that. We wanted to educate the public a little bit more about why our people are behaving like that, why our young people are behaving like that. And when we looked at it, we saw it as kind of a crisis that needed to be looked at.
Promoting mental health for community peace and wellness.
Yeah.
So what role do you see the society playing in getting younger people, since those are the people that you've mentioned, but community people from the community generally, to that place of wellness and peace?
Yeah, well, currently we're seeing a lot of our young people resorting to violence, and we're hoping that through education from young till the older adults, that we can really educate them, and not only educate them, but give them solutions to some of the issues that we're having, especially why are our young people so angry? Why are they so aggressive? So we're looking to educate the public and find solutions. So we're hoping that we can bring in the young people, bring in the parents as well, so we can really educate them. Why are our young people so angry? And I believe that the role the society can play is really getting into the communities and letting individuals know that psychology has a part to play and there are solutions to our problems.
What are some of the key mental health issues that you've been seeing coming through in Barbadian society?
Well, we've seen a lot of aggression and anger. We've seen a lot of anxiety as well.
And you
Persons,
classify anger as a mental health or mental wellness under the banner of mental health or mental
no,
wellness?
well, no. The anger is the emotion. The aggression is the action. So we're seeing a lot of young people, people in general, very angry. It is not necessarily a disorder, but it falls within the umbrella of mental health. What we're seeing is the aggression now, the action playing out from the emotion and the violence as well.
So with those key issues that we started to mention, I don't think that we got to that part. Some of the key issues that are playing out outside of the, well, we talked about the anger
Yeah.
and on aggression, but some of the key issues Barbadians are grappling with.
Yeah, anxiety, as I said, it seems to be becoming more and more prevalent. We find a lot of our young people are very anxious, self-confidence very low, self-esteem very low. We're seeing issues as far as depression, and I know last year we were seeing some suicides. So those are some of the key issues that we're seeing.
Depression and anxiety. And this is, you think this is concentrated among younger people? What types of age ranges are we talking about?
For the anxiety, you're mostly seeing it from early adolescence, around 11, 12, till about mid 20s. Yeah. Depression now, we're seeing it from early as well, 11, 12, and all the way up to early 30s, 40s, persons still battling with depression. And as far as suicide is concerned, the age ranges varies with that.
Do we have any evidence to show why this is happening, particularly with people so young? When I asked you about age ranges, I certainly did not expect you to tell me early adolescence.
Yeah.
I certainly did not expect you to tell me that we have 11-year-olds en masse, because I would imagine if we're talking about it affecting our community in this way, it's not a one-off instance.
Correct.
It is far more prevalent than
Yeah.
has been in the past.
Yeah.
So from 11-year-olds all the way up, do we have any idea what's causing this level of anxiety, depression, and suicide in some instances in our society?
Well, the main, I would say, culprit is social media. We see a lot of our young people on social media. They're looking at images where everyone on social media is beautiful. Everyone on social media has the perfect life. And you compare your life to that, it really affects your self-esteem. And it really affects your anxiety as well. The social media, as I said, plays a huge part in that. The different social media sites, the different social media apps, they really affect the self-esteem, self-confidence, and anxiety of our young people.
What has the society been putting in place to be able to try to grapple with this?
We're really trying to educate the public a lot more, having more outreach with the public, educating the public. We have a Facebook page where we try to put up positive quotes, positive affirmations, so that persons who visit that Facebook page can be more motivated, uplifted. So we're really trying to get out there in the public more to educate them and also sensitize the public about the different ills and that are out there that can affect your mental health.
Well, okay, so now we're upon Mental Health Week.
Yes.
When does the week run? Is it next week?
Yes, next week from the 3rd of
I'm
November.
still trying to figure out dates because I can't, in my mind, can't figure out how Thursday could be the 31st of October and Friday is the 1st of November.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know. I'm one of those people like Monday to be the start. However,
Yes.
I'm learning. So it starts from the 4th of November.
Yes, but well, it starts for the 3rd, which is
Okay.
Sunday, It starts with the church service. And it basically runs from the 3rd to the 9th of November. Yeah.
So tell us some of the activities that you will be undertaking under the banner of the society in the coming days.
Yeah, so we're starting with a church service. You cannot start without the blessings of the Almighty. We have a church service at the Roman Catholic Church in Mount Stanfast, St. James. On the 4th of November, we have a self-care session for our members. Persons always ask the question, who counsels the counselor? How does the counselor relax? So we're having a self-care session for our members so they can enjoy yoga, fun dance activities, and really relax. On the 5th, we have a student outreach program where we're working with one of the secondary schools. We're helping students learn how to manage their emotions, one of my favorite topics. We're doing that in collaboration with the University of West Indies. On the 6th, we have our psychology students professional development session. That is where we educate psychology students from the University of West Indies, undergrad students, grad students, even some students from the BCC about the different fields of psychology. We find that persons who are thinking about getting into the field of psychology only know what they see on television. So what we're trying to do is educate the students about the different fields and give them a knowledge about the day-to-day business of being a psychologist.
Before you move on, what do you mean by they think psychology is only what they see on TV?
A lot of persons who want to get into psychology, they would have seen psychologists on TV shows, in movies, and they see the glamorous side of psychology. They see us interviewing, counseling, doing behavioral assessments, and they say, wow, that looks nice. We do that here at Barbados, but we also try to educate the students that there are different aspects to it. There's a lot of admin work. There's a lot of research that goes into it. No one knows everything, so we are constantly evolving, constantly researching and making sure that we are on top of our game.
Listen, this has brought so many things to mind. Mike Crony back is asking if the psychologist in Barbados put you to lie down in the bed or lay back in a chair too to talk. Y'all are watching too much TV. I don't know what happens.
Exactly. No, we don't. We sit in chairs and we discuss. We sit down. We do talk therapy. The laying in the chair, laying in the couch. No.
Laying in the bed.
Laying in the bed.
Like, oh, it's very interesting stuff. But you know, on a tangent, there was some research some years ago that said that after Grey's Anatomy's success, there were a lot more young people who wanted to become doctors.
Yes.
Again, they looked at it and they saw this glamorous type lifestyle, and I'm sure they were shocked once they got through medical school, into medical school.
Yes.
All right, so we were just at November 6th, I believe. We just passed the psychology student professional development session at UE, and we were on to November 7th.
Yes, 7th, we have our public panel discussion. That is our main focus for the week. We have a very strong panelist for that. That will be at 6:30 at the Roman Catholic Church on Bay Street. We have the Honorable Corey Lane, part of the panelists. We have Professor Donna Maria Maynard. We have Mr. Sean Pilgrim. We have Miss Monique James. And that lineup of panelists, we're hoping we can get some answers to many of the questions that we have about why our young people are behaving the way they do. The moderator for that will be Dr. Mia Jules. Yeah.
And then, of course, you close out the week with something nice.
Yes, a social. This is for our members to really connect. And we usually invite persons who are in the field of psychology and social work to come and join with us to connect and talk all things psychology.
All right, so that's the Sip and Bites professional networking event.
Yes.
And that happens on November 8th. Well, I wish you the best on with the week of activities. And there certainly are a lot of events to get through.
Yes.
We will be checking in with you as the week goes by, and hopefully we'll be able to get one or two of your professionals in to talk about this in a more in-depth type of way, because we definitely are seeing some stuff that I don't think I've ever experienced, certainly in my lifetime, with the anger and so on that's going on here in society. As a matter of fact, I witnessed a serious case of road rage just outside of the Parkinson School here the other day, where two people collided just off the merge ramp, and they got out and collected weapons from the sides of the road, and they were in traffic ready to fight. So, you know, I've really never seen any of that. So we look forward to far more discussion on it and your input as a society into helping us get back to a place where we understand and then can ably combat what is happening. So again, I want to thank you, and a special good morning to all people working in the area of mental health as we look toward Mental Health Week, but particularly to the Barbados Society of Psychology, represented today by President Ronald Pope. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for allowing me to come.
All right, time for our first break here on Morning Barbados, but stay tuned. We have lots more to come your way.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We enjoy a game with Dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love cruise.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
So good in a party yet. You know why?
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're still enjoying the Food and Rum Festival, or at least the thought of it. So last Thursday was Oyston's Under the Stars, and what a night under the stars it was. There was entertainment by Red Plastic Bag and TC and Nikita, and of course there was lots of wonderful food to be enjoyed by all. Chefs Damien Leach and Renee Blackman were there, and there was live entertainment from the Christchurch Foundation Still Orchestra as well. Our Nadia was there, and she shared it with us. Let's take a look.
This is the 2024 Barbados Food and Rum Festival. Night out in Oyston's, off to a great start with original Bajan culture. fire eating has been part of this culture from the early days of the 18th century. The culture lives on. Let's go.
Every time, make chills run down them spines. Speak your mind.
Yo, you guys are giving me the energy. You guys are giving me the love. I love it. I'm going to introduce you to two talented chefs that we have here. To my right hand, which is your left hand, this is Chef Damien Lee.
Right,
and
cool,
to
cool,
my
cool.
left, which is your right, this is Renee Blackman. Chef Renee. Damien, tell us what are we going to be doing today here for this Oysters Under the Stars?
Right, so tonight we can do a quick little demo. Does you win up?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
That's why we got this fancy foil set up here, right?
Fancy foil to stop the
Fancy
wind.
foil, correct.
Yeah.
We doing some ginger barbecue pigtails with breadfruit cocoa and pineapple chutney. Cause
Wait,
obviously,
slow down a minute. You said ginger barbecue pigtails.
yes,
With what again?
breadfruit cocoa
Breadfruit cocoa
and spiced pineapple chutney.
and spiced pineapple chutney.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you guys get to it. I'm going to be coming back there. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Who does go to work on a Thursday or even a Friday? When it's a party, I still put on my wet clothes, but I just stay to wine and the shorty. She tell me she up there. Tell my supervisor I sick, have diarrhea and I need to shoot. I need to go to the pharmacy, but I end up in fire the walk. I will jump up and winding down, pumping just like a hooligan when I turn around and see my boss in the place. If you see me again, I don't want my boss to see, so I take it. Don't want him to fire me, so I take it. Post me in the pharmacy, so I take it. Yeah. If you see me wine, and I take it, choke, and I take it. If you see me wine, and I take it, choke, and I take it.
Yeah. If I could count every grain of sand on the beach, wouldn't be more than every waving hand in the street. Yeah. Please pardon me if I don't know your name, but
Listen, I think it's a great thing that the kids are interested in the food, though, right?
Yeah, nah, for sure, for sure.
So since your daughter walked up here, how is it in the kitchen at home? Are they interested in food, or are they just like, oh, Daddy got this?
Well, my wife is actually a vegan chef. She's a part of Foodorama as well. Amory Leach, Yummy Mummies.
Yeah.
How'd I get more noise than me? Was she not even here?
No, come on, guys. Woo! Listen, I would pay to be a fly on the wall in this house, right? So number one, first of all, her desserts, amazing.
Yes.
Right? We're going to throw that out there. Your food, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The kids are eating good.
They're eating nuggets.
Oh.
I hate to tell you, they're eating nuggets.
You know, it's all right.
Right? That's the truth.
Microphone monitor. Yeah!
All right, we got some food coming out to you guys right now.
All right, so
grab it while you can. But let's give a round of applause for these young ladies putting that food together for you. If you have never at any point in your life watched Netflix, you should tune in for Pressure Cooker. Listen, when you guys see me on there, you're gonna be like, Barbados, the girl representing!
Yeah! This is beautiful Barbados!
couldn't even believe it, but I know everybody all around. Wave,
watch everybody
wave, wave, from the front to the back. Let's go. And me jumping up to the ceiling. Baby, baby, I promise you that we all need it. You can give me a little bounce, 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 bounce. Anybody brave enough to come on stage with me? You brave enough to come on stage with me? That's you, Sweet Pea? Come man. You know I love the kiddies. Yes, I'm ready for the road. One hand in the air. Hey, hey, put your tongue, Hey, 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 fireworks, so hey, hey. Fireworks, so hey, hey. We gotta tell you how, man. Let's go. Put this hey, hey. A little child to lead them. You ready to jump? One, two, jump. Hey, 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 hey. Moving up.
We live in vacation. It's too much vibes to make.
This is my place.
Yeah.
Big up to all my people in the island. This is the whining season. Who pumping, we pumping. And if I get off a plane, let me welcome you to my. I tell you this place exciting. Up in a Pepsi we vibes in. Now put down your worries and enjoy. Hey, get ready for the non-stop whining. Set up the Pepsi we lining. Make sure you got handle it, come on. Somebody put the coolie in the trunk. Hey, hey, it's 1:30. We need to reach in the bed and get on before the jam. With the no time to linger. Y'all push out your bumper. We partying till the last liquor drop. We heading straight to the thing. Hey, I tell you this place exciting. Up in a Pepsi we vibes in. Now put down your worries and enjoy. Hey, get ready for the non-stop whining. Set up the Pepsi we lining. Make sure you could handle it, come on.
Retreat in the hill is our last track. One, bounce. We ready to shell, bounce, bounce. We ready with the shell about just watch. Yeah, yeah. Oh well, sing. Plenty. We must be in real Barbados at food and ram. Come on. 1, 2. When last you been to a party? Girls looking up, looking naughty. And the DJ just drop a tune. Every man was a blind wine up on a shawty. And the rum just busting on the head. Champagne, the eyes red. My both hands up to the sky and testify. You say it tonight? Now go back home to me bed. On the left, on the right, there's so much free. Out for the carnival with a bag of green on me. It's so. Send for the bag of ice, cause the drinks all around me. And we having a good time. If you're glad to be alive, and you know God is the #1 king. Sing for the top of your voice. Oh, let's sing. We must be in paradise, Lord. It's only bump with the fender. Great for God, what is the greatest I would say? Come on. Get on the board, come on. Get on the board, come on. Come on. Oh yes, the water rock. Every sailor must be tough. The boat is rocking. So come out and rocking. It is a bumpy ride. We rolling with the tide. The boat is rocking. So come out and come on, come on. Hold on to something. Hold on to anything. Hold on to everybody. Come on, let me see. Come on, come on. Cause we rocking left, we rocking right, we rocking day, we rocking night. The boat is rocking. So come out and come on. We rocking forward, rocking back. I hope we man stay intact. The boat is rocking. So come out and rocking. With your 2 hands in the air. Hands up, hands up. Stay on the boat, stay on the boat. Hey, hey. Like we in a soca storm, somebody holding on. The boat is rocking. So come out and we could only hope the boat will stay afloat. The boat is rocking. So come on, come on. Hold on to something. Hold on to anything. Hold on to something. Everybody, come on, let me see you. Come on, come on. Cause we rocking left, we rocking right, we rocking day, we rocking night. The boat is rocking. So come on, we rocking forward, rocking back. I hope we must stay
Cause we rockin' left, we rockin' right, we rockin' day, we rockin' night. The boat is rockin', some boat is rockin'. We rockin' forward, rockin' back. I won't be man, stay intact. The boat is rockin'. With your 2 hands in the air, rockin'. With your 2 hands in the air. I want a big wave for Barbados. Come on, come on, come on. Come, let me see you wave. Watch the wave. Wave. Watch the wave. Come on. Wave. Watch the wave. Wave. Watch the wave. Hold on to something. Hold on to anything. Hold on to something. Everybody, come on. Cause we rockin' left, we rockin' right, we rockin' day, we rockin' night. The boat is talk about it. We rockin' forward, rockin' back. I won't be man, stay intact. The boat is one more time with your hands up in the air. One more wave for Barbados. Come, let me see you wave. Watch the wave. Wave. Watch the wave. Wave. Watch the wave. One love Barbados.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
So it's already moved on to just about 19 minutes before the 7 o'clock hour. Still to come on Morning Barbados, we're going to be looking at the outcome of the UK budget, which happened yesterday. We're talking beach wrestling as well. And we're going to take a look at the just concluded I Am conference put on by the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment, and hear all the successes from that recently concluded conference. But we wanted to start by kind of packing the studio. We have some beautiful young ladies joining me on set now who are going to tell us all about the inaugural 2024 Carifta Artistic Gymnastics Championships that will be held in Jamaica at the end of November. So good morning to all of you. All bedecked in blue. I see some familiar faces and some new ones too. Hear me, Rymaine? Laugh, anybody is fine. They're like, yeah, what's going on? We have Dr. Remy joining us. She is Vice President of the Barbados Amateur Gymnastics Association. Good morning. Good to have you with us.
Thank you for having us.
And also here is Charmaine Walcott, who is Assistant Treasurer and Carifta Team Manager with the Barbados Amateur Gymnastics Association as well. So also good to have you here with us. We're going to run through the young ladies who are here quickly. We have Juliet Sunny Oyendo Buluro, yes, Serena Walcott Lloyd, and Ciara Freeman. All right, so these are the young ladies represented. First of all, congratulations on this major feat. It says a great deal that the work that we've been putting in across the region is such that there's now an entire meet dedicated to gymnastics. So what does this mean to the sport, Dr. Remy?
Well, like you said, this is a major feat. I mean, we've been working really hard to sort of, regionally to really bring gymnastics on the stage. And, last year, December, actually, was when this concept came about. In the past, they had tried, some presidents of the federations of the Caribbean regions had tried to put a meet together, but that was not successful. And in December, seven of the presidents from some of the Caribbean nations came together and said, we're going to make this Carifta happen. And they did. So a year later, here we are getting ready for this and really bringing awareness of the sport for these young ones who love the sport. People love watching gymnastics, and we need to let them know that, yes, we are doing things here in the Caribbean, in Barbados, and we just want them to come out and support, and this is a great way for us to really bring that recognition to the sport of gymnastics.
That's beautiful stuff. Now, Ms. Walker, you are Carifta team manager. What does it mean to be able to get this, what does it take, rather, to be able to get this team ready to perform on the regional stage?
There a lot of hard work for sure. I obviously want to make sure that things happen in a everything goes smoothly and there are no hiccups, and that we get these girls prepared and ready to represent Barbados and to do their best for sure.
I'm absolutely sure they will. I'll start with you, Ciara. You're level 7, under 18 gymnast. I wouldn't guess that by looking into your face. I would guess you're a lot younger. But tell me a little bit about what this means for people who might not understand what being at a level 7 means, and then we could talk about how you're prepping for the competition.
Well, it's a very big
Bring the mic a little closer.
It's a very big meet because it's the first ever Carifta, so like it's something like you will remember. Like even just going is a big thing, but obviously you want to do well and compete. So being in level 7, I just hope that I could do really well, and just because I'll be the first level 7 Barbados gymnast to go Carifta. So
excellent. How did you make it to level 7?
A lot of hard work, going through a lot of frustration, but yeah, we're here.
For you, Oyinda, you're level 6. And you're under 16. How are you preparing for the meet? Have you changed your routine, pun intended, your day-to-day, how often you practice and stuff like that? Have you changed that a great deal in preparation?
I haven't really changed a lot, other than the fact that we train 5 days instead of 4, but I'm also watching how I eat so that I don't perform badly with all the bad stuff I was eating previously.
All right, so you definitely are preparing body and mind. And for you, Serena, you're also level 6 under 16, so congratulations.
Thank you.
On representing the team as well. What about you? What have preparations been like for you?
It's been somewhat exhausting and kind of fun. It's also kind of frustrating as well, but I know in the end all of our hard work will pay off, and hopefully we get medals.
I don't think they particularly mean frustrating, but we get it. It takes a lot. It takes a big effort to be able to get it done, right? Juliet Sunny is level 4 under 13, so congrats on making the team as well. We have some students who are even younger who will be coming up soon. But for you, Juliet, congratulations to you as well. And how have you been preparing to be a part of this inaugural Barbadian team?
I practice longer. I'm more focused on my practice and my schoolwork. I go mental training. So I'm trying really hard. I'm trying to learn some new skills so that I can bump a couple of levels. That's it mainly.
Yeah, okay, well
really
that's good stuff. And I'm sure you ladies are going to perform very well. Just being able to make it to this far is a feat within itself, because they will forever be the first Barbadian team to represent at this inaugural meet as well. For the association, what are your hopes for the outcome of this presentation? I know that's kind of reaching and looking forward, and I don't necessarily mean in terms of medals or bringing home medals or numbers. I mean generally for what you hope it will do for the sport.
Right. Well, obviously, we want them to bring medals, and they have been working extremely hard. They are, a lot of dedication and hard work. But as she said, hopefully it will pay off. But at the end of the day, I think we really want to get people, there's so many kids out there that have these wonderful skills that are great at gymnastics, and we want to be able to give them the opportunity so they can look forward and say we have this competition and we can start from at 2-3 years old and become a CRIFTA athlete or even an Olympian at some point. So we are hoping to really gain awareness of the sport, hopefully get a facility for these girls to really train, a national facility, I mean they train at different clubs, but we want to get the input from corporate Barbados, from the society at large, to sort of just give us the resources that we can really push this forward. And I think having a competition like this puts us on that scene where people can say there's really gymnastics happening, and we can get more and more athletes out there and find those younger athletes that might even be in the primary schools, because most of them started at that level, and start getting them trained and know that they can get a lot out of the sport down the road.
Absolutely. Now we know that there's some connections going on. Last year I attended, earlier this year, a few months ago, I attended a meet that the cheerleaders performed at, and now you're holding a joint fundraiser to be able to raise some funds to assist with the team. Tell us more about that.
Yes, so we have a fundraiser coming up this Saturday at the St. Michael's School. It's a joint fundraiser with the Barbados Cheerleading Federation. So we will have performances from 3 clubs from gymnastics, as well as 4 schools from cheerleading. It's going to be Flip Gym for gymnastics, Anomaly Dance Academy, and Tumblebugs. And then for the cheerleaders, the schools are Harrison College, Queen's College, the St. Michael's School, and Christchurch Foundation School. So we really want Barbadians to come out, support. We want to get these kids to CRIFTA and bring home some medals.
I know the cheerleaders have been training hard. I have a cheerleader in my house.
Yes, they train hard as well.
They have a competition coming up next year.
Yeah, there's this next year.
So it's a joint fundraiser. And cheerleading and gymnastics go hand in hand. A lot of what the cheerleaders do includes gymnastics, and they do also dance routines. So it really goes hand in hand. And we have been given, it was in the paper land by the National Sports Council and by the government for both cheerleading and gymnastics. So we're really trying to mend those, bring those ties together and work together to promote both sports here in Barbados at a national level, not just a regional level, but at a national level as well.
Absolutely. That's a great move. Serena, what are you hoping to be able to bring home in terms of medals, or is this too early to decide as yet? What's your best area?
I would say I'm good at bars. That's really it. I hope I get a medal on bars. I'll be really happy.
A medal on bars. That's your best area.
Holds and floor.
Yeah. What about you, Oyinda? What are your hopes?
My hopes.
Talking to the mic.
My hopes are to probably place on all of my events, and hopefully get a medal on all of my events and to come first overall. But I really want to get a medal on floor because it's one of my best events.
All right, you think floor is best for you. Back here, if we come back to you, Juliet, tell us other direction. Juliet, tell us your best events and the medals you're hoping to bring home.
My best events are floor, beam, and bars. I'm hoping to bring back a first place medal for floor, and maybe a third place medal for bars. I really want to come overall. I think I'm trying to reach for 4th place, or fourth or first place.
All right, good stuff. I hope that you get everything you want. Back over here to Ciara, who's closest to me. For you, your best event and what you're looking forward to most.
My best event is probably floor or vault. Well, those are the ones I placed the best in, and I just hope that I get a medal in at least those 2. And for the other 2, I just hope I get better scores than I have this season, so that I'll be happy. I know that it paid off.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's going to be great to see a gymnastics meet of Caribbean folk and originating here, so we can truly continue to amplify the sport and move it to the next level. So congrats to all of you who will be heading off, jet setting, and congratulations to the association and the management, really taking care of things behind the scene, which we often don't see, but we reap the rewards from when we see the medals coming back. So come back with the medals, all right? Yeah, we don't mind. So thank you, ladies, for coming in and sharing with us.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
All right, so look out for them on the floor, on the bars, with the beams, a little bit of everything. Good morning to all the gymnastics students all across the island, particularly the teams that will be heading out to represent Barbados in this inaugural meet. It's time for another break, but stay with us. We have lots more coming up.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
My friend, you don't plan to get it. Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We enjoy a game with Domino's and singing karaoke.
I just love cruise.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right, we're still here and celebrating the team that will be heading off to represent Barbados at the inaugural 2024 Carifta Artistic Gymnastics Championships. That's coming up. Still with us, we have Dr. Remy and, of course, Charmaine Walcott. Charmaine is Assistant Treasurer with the Barbados Amateur Gymnastics Association, and she's also Team Manager for this inaugural team heading off to represent Barbados. Dr. Remy is VP of the association. And we're joined now by three esteemed young ladies. First up is Khaleesi Marshall, who is level 2 under 8. Good morning.
Good morning.
Also joining us is Talia Dowrich and Mariah Gill. Good morning to both of you. You don't have to pass off the mic as yet, but good morning to you two young ladies. All right, good stuff. So these younger ones are competing as well.
Yes. They've been working really hard.
I would imagine that training for them is a little different than it would be for some of the older girls. But as you mentioned, a lot of them start at a very young age with gymnastics. So it really is kind of ingrown into them and so on. So, you know, it says that the sport itself here in Barbados really is in good hands, ensures continuity.
Yes.
And that must mean a lot to the association.
Yes, definitely.
All right, so let's talk to, well, I see that Khaleesi has passed off the mic to Talia. So Talia, tell me how you got started in gymnastics.
I got started in gymnastics because when I was at a young age, I loved to do flips and I couldn't keep quiet. I just would flip every minute.
So now that you're a far older age, you know, what do you feel about gymnastics? Are you still doing all of those flips, or did those early flips help you to be as good as you are?
I can still do them.
Yeah?
But better.
But better.
But better. So you got some practice. Okay, over to Mariah. You're a level 3 under 11 gymnast. So congratulations on making the team.
Thank you.
How did you get into gymnastics?
When I was younger, I was flipping about my house, and my mom told my dad to get me in the sport, and he got in gymnastics.
All right, so that's an indicator to all parents who have children flipping around the house. That's 2 out of 3. Let's see if Khaleesi has the same story. When you were younger, the story starts there as well. Tell me how you got into gymnastics.
When I was younger, my mommy and daddy wanted to put me in something, and then my mommy liked gymnastics, so they put me in gymnastics.
Did it take a long time for you to like gymnastics as well? Because usually when mummies and daddies put little ones in gymnastics, it takes a minute for them to like it or not, right? But you liked it immediately?
Yes, please.
What's your favorite thing about gymnastics?
My favorite thing about gymnastics is like when we go on floor and when we do bathtubs and when we do games.
All right, so you like the floor
Yes,
more.
please.
What about you, Talia? What's your favorite thing about gymnastics?
I like where we get to have fun and learn new skills.
Good stuff. What's your best area? Are you
Floor.
You're best at floor as well. You ladies are really doing it. And how about you, Mariah? What's your best area?
Bars.
You're best at bars. All right, good stuff. So congratulations again to all of you. I look forward to seeing you seasoned gymnasts performing in the very near future. All right, so let's remind everybody else. I know that you also have a GoFundMe page that you're working with on this fundraiser. Yeah, so tell us how we can navigate to find out more about what you're doing and the association.
Yes, so on our social media page is BAGA Gymnastics. So if you go on that page, you would find our GoFundMe link and donate.
Yeah.
And bios. You'll also find the bios of all these gymnasts and their stories and how they've been dedicated and endured in the sport. So please, just go and check them out and learn more about them. And there are also gymnasts who are not here today. So this is not the whole group. We have a group of 15 gymnasts who are going to be representing Barbados. So they're all their profiles are on our page. Our GoFundMe is on that page. So definitely support these young stars.
I love it. And you can't get away, Dr. Remy. How did you get into this particular role? What brought you to this place?
So as the stories have been said, my little one was constantly flipping around at home, and I said, not happening in my house. So we started with Mommy and Me Gymnastics, and she was one of the older girls that were here, and that's how I got into it. So I put her in Mommy and Me Gymnastics, and I never expected it to come this far. It was something for her to do, with the swimming and the other activities, and she just really loved it, has really pushed in it. Even when I was tired, she continued to persist and excel. And I think that's the same story for a lot of us and the families here, is once they love it and they put in the dedication, our job is to really push them through, and that's what we've done as parents, but also as an organization.
Oh, that's beautiful. What about you, Miss Walcott?
For me, much the same. My daughter, I put her in gymnastics, say around 6, and she would have been doing swimming, track, other sports as well, but then she focused mainly on gymnastics, and that's how I got into it as well.
I anticipated those stories because I know how the parents are kind of roped in.
Correct.
Roped in on everything, but you obviously have been doing a fantastic job along with the other parents and various bodies down the region as well to be able to accomplish this amazing feat. It truly is the next step in moving the sport to the prominent place that it needs to be.
Yes.
On our sporting calendar.
Correct.
All right, so best wishes. You ladies are coming back with lots of medals, right? Yes, because you are excellent at
bars.
You're coming back with
medals, gold medals.
Absolutely. And because Talia is excellent at
floor,
she's coming back with a medal in
first and second.
I love that. And then, of course, for Khaleesi, what medals are you bringing back to me here on Morning Barbados?
I bring back a first medal and trophy.
And a trophy as well. And a trophy as well. Good stuff. Again, thank you all for coming in. And I look forward to those medals when you ladies get back, okay?
Yes, please.
All right, and they're all a part of Flip Gym, yes?
Yeah, they're all from Flip Gym.
Good stuff. So I have to say a special good morning to Alison.
Yes, the head coach, yes.
Yes, I first encountered Alison at primary school. You know, I believe her little one still goes to the same primary school and then into Flip Gym. So I know you ladies have been at it, and Alison in particular for
she's been there
very long time.
Yes.
All right, so make sure you contribute. There's a GoFundMe page. You can find them online on Instagram. That makes it a whole lot easier. And there's a joint fundraiser that is coming up alongside the Barbados Amateur Gymnastics Association. They're doing it with the
Cheerleading Federation.
Cheerleading Federation.
Yes.
So make sure you come out and support that as well. All right, time for another break here on Morning Barbados. Time is quickly going by. My goodness, it's already just after 7 o'clock, but stay with us. We have a lot more coming.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love cruise.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affairs segment. Share your amazing stories at
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. It's time for a look at the news. Making news this morning, Central Bank Governor Dr. Kevin Greenidge is urging Barbadians to do their due diligence before investing their money in get-rich-quick schemes. His advice comes as one such scheme is claiming to have been endorsed by Dr. Greenidge. Speaking during the Central Bank's latest economic review, he told members of the media the matter is being investigated.
We also did some internal investigation which at Kaipo, and there's no such company. There's a name registered, but there's no such company. So we have passed all the information we've gathered to our sister regulator, the Fair Trading Commission, and there I saw they issue a statement, and they will do the necessary investigations.
Now, Dr. Greenidge has highlighted 3 red flags he says are usually associated with these illegitimate schemes.
1, where you got to pay a deposit, that's smelling fishy. That is a duck. When you got to bring people, the duck quacking really loud. And when it reach high returns, man, that is a really big duck. Okay? Avoid them. Apply hard to wisdom. And generally, overarching thing is they no quick rich, they no get rich schemes around the place, you know. Usually persons that purport and give you get rich schemes is actually using to get rich, using you to get rich. You ain't getting rich, I can guarantee you that.
A new multi-story condominium should be open in Barbados in time for the 2025 winter tourist season. It's Fort Carlisle condominiums at Browns Beach, Bay Street, St. Michael. Trevor Thorpe was on the construction site and filed this report.
Engineer and acting project manager at Morjani Caribbean Limited, Jeffrey Estrella, says it will be a 10-story building and work is at an advanced stage. He said subcontractors are also assisting with the construction.
We're actually on the schedule
The day we are looking to finish at on August 20, 2025, and right now where we are right now is we are at level 4, and then we're looking to cast in 2 weeks, so that we are doing one level per month, and then so we are we are on schedule.
Thank you, Trevor. Minister of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment Charles Griffith is calling on corporate Barbados to help sponsor national activities to commemorate the country's independence. Minister Griffith says there is always a need for additional sponsorship to go towards the hosting of events, as he commended Sagicor Life Inc. for the sponsorship of the lighting ceremony for the past 28 years. He made the appeal while accepting the sponsorship check for this year's Sagicor Life Inc. lighting ceremony from title sponsor Sagicor Life Inc.
Always a need for additional sponsorship. I think, like I said, Sagicor Inc., Life Inc. should be really commended for doing this for 28 years. I have asked from the time I came here that corporate Barbados get involved in these type of initiatives. I have seen the needle move in a small way, but not enough to impact in the way that I think we can impact our country. 58 years, national celebration. In speaking to Ms. Paris, I don't think that all of the roundabouts will be lit this year, and that is unfortunate. So there's still room for persons to come on board. I mean, even as we start, I think the door is still open for sponsors to come on board.
Assistant Vice President of Alternate and Digital Channels at Sagicor Life Inc., Carolyn Shepherd, says Sagicor is pleased to continue sponsoring this national event.
At Sagicor, we deeply believe in the transformative power of community. We're not just supporters of this celebration in name, we're also dedicated to making a tangible difference through our actions. As you may be aware, we just recently launched our community health screening program, Sagicor Cares, in partnership with the government and its various entities and departments. This effort will make a tangible difference to the health and well-being of the people of Barbados.
Now, under the theme celebrating our communities, re-engaging, reigniting, reimagining, this year's ceremony will take place tomorrow, Friday, at National Heroes Square, the city, from 5:30 in the evening. It starts here on TV8 from 5 p.m. with all of the activities, early activities in the city. Now, as Barbados honors United States Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm's 100th birthday, the Community Independence Secretariat has agreed to have the lighting ceremony extended to the Shirley Chisholm Primary School at Vauxhall in Christchurch. The head boy and head girl from that school will be flicking the switch at the lighting ceremony. Now, a peek at sports. Half-centuries from Lanico Boucher and Zachary McCaskey paved the way for Barbados Pride as they beat Jamaica Scorpions by 24 runs via the DLS method in their opening match of the CG United Super 50 Cup yesterday. Sent into bat at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Trinidad, the Pride posted 260 for 8 off their 50 overs. Boucher led with 73, inclusive of 9 fours and a 6, while McCaskey made 63 with 8 fours. Captain Kyle Mayers added 41, while Marquino Mindley picked up 3 for 43. Here are the highlights of that innings.
Play 2 phase and add 4 more.
Catch him!
That's in the air, that's in the air. Odin Smith completes the catch. That partnership was worth. In the air, the fielder settles. Odin Smith completes the catch. So wickets. Simple catch. Oh, good. Finds the gap on the offside. Finds it well, does Mears. Gets under it. Goes all the way as well.
Well, it goes into the surface and out of the park. Oh my goodness, wow.
Nice stroke.
Goes again. Is it going to go all the way? It certainly does.
Oh, catches the cry. Will it be caught? Yes, it is.
Gift. Opts for offside and doesn't get hold of it, so boundary. Ball him. Last ball of the innings. And he nails it. Jamel Warrican should get 4. Jamaica Scorpions, they'll need 261 if they are to win this one. It will be at a required rate of 5.2.
Now, in reply, the Scorpions were set a revised target of 224 off 37 overs after their innings was interrupted by rain. Player of the match, left arm spinner Jamal Warrican, was the main destroyer with 4 for 25, and 5 as the Pride bowled out the Scorpions for 199 in 35 overs. Dominic Drakes chipped in with 3 for 34 and Kemar Smith 2 for 48. Odin Smith threatened briefly in that losing effort with a quick fire of 45 off 27. We have a more detailed look at the news coming your way at 12 noon here on TV8, or if you're on the move, you can tune into our radio stations, Q100.7 FM, 98.1 FM, and 94.7 FM for the CBC News World at 1. Do stay with us. Coming up, we take a look at what happened in the budget in the UK yesterday. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it. Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right, so lots of people will be celebrating today. It's Halloween. That's why I did the little black thing with the lace. I don't know. It's not all the way Halloween, but it's a little bit there, right? A little scary this early in the morning. So for those of you who have your little Halloween parties a little later, I know there are quite a few communities who are going to be doing wonderful stuff. So a special good morning to you if you're tuning in from overseas. I know you're getting all your candy together and so on. For the little ones mostly to go out and enjoy themselves. But here at CBC, trust me, we have people in the back celebrating Halloween as well. I came in this morning to masks and all types of props. We're going to share some of that with you a little bit later. But we're pleased now to welcome Michelle Harding back. She's project manager for Year of the Youth Secretariat with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment. And Tiana Rouse, who is an entrepreneur for Rose Graphics. She was a part of the I Am conference, and she made a pitch in the tank. We're going to hear more about that part of it as well. But congratulations to you, Michelle, on a fantastic presentation for the conference. I see you exhaling in a big way. From our report, it was highly successful. Your thoughts?
It was. We had over 700 people over the 3 days. Our target was 280. We had 270 on the first day. We had 207 on the second, 224. Out of the 21 secondary schools, we attracted 15. We attracted participants from the school, special needs schools. We attracted persons from the private schools. We got persons from the government industrial school. We got BCCI, Samuel Jampman Prescott. Out of that, 7 something. We added like 114 from SJPI. So I think young people understood the message and they came in numbers. And I think they totally enjoyed the immersion in celebrating or being celebrated and being provided with the information. I'm sorry I don't have the stats for you to tell you how many people got their national IDs or got their TAMIS numbers, but they came prepared to get all of that. They came prepared to answer questions, and they were really very involved in everything. I think one of the highlights would definitely be the entrepreneurship. It's been grouped with employability, but in the 2 years we've been doing the conference, it has decided that it wants its own space, and the Shark Tank was a wonderful way. The Bajan Shark Tank was a wonderful way. I think I should have just called it, we threw them in the water and asked them to survive, and they did. Yeah. They were prepared by one and a half hours of pre-prep. They did have some other preparation before, but basically for that Shark Tank, they only had an hour and a half
to really prep.
I
love the fact that young people can feel confident that they can now put their ideas forward to possible investors or business people who can help them along the journey, which is what you did, Tiana. Tiana Rouse is an entrepreneur, as we told you. First of all, how do you hear about the IM conference?
Well, I had did the YES program, and my YES officer, Sharian Jordan, she called me and she was like, something is going on. I wonder if you'll be interested in it, because she knows how shy I can be. So she probably was just asking me to see if I would do it. And I was like, sure, of course. I would definitely jump to it.
But you didn't know it was the Shark Tank.
Yeah, no, she did tell me. She did.
Yeah, so tell me about the prepping, getting ready for this pitch.
Well, because like I said, I was in a YES program already, I had an idea of what to do. That had actually given me the foundation and the confidence to actually do the Shark Tank. But as Michelle stated, there was not much prep to it. But we still got a little taught from
David Simpson.
Right, from him. And he basically showed us what we should put forward mostly, which is the solution, the problem, and our value that our business gives.
How do you think you did overall?
Man, I was so nervous. But I went up there and I told myself I am here to inspire others and give them an idea of what my business can do and what I can do. So I definitely put my best foot forward.
Oh, beautiful. That's a win. Just to see you sit here and say that you feel like it did something not only for you, but for others who were there as well. I think that's already a big win, Michelle.
Oh, yes, it was.
The initiative.
The idea for the Shark Tank was one, put young people in contact with either angel investors, financial opportunities. Also to showcase them to other young people who are thinking of doing the jump. The wonderful thing about the pitches is that there was a first, we came in, there's going to be a first, second, and third prize, a monetary, it's going to be a grant. There may be the opportunity to get a pre-approved loan. That's going to come with some additional training. Guaranteed 6 weeks of training. Regardless of where you fell in the tank, you were guaranteed that training, that pouring. But after the pitches kept rolling and rolling, the judges said, hold up, at the end, we're not only going to do the first, second, and third prize, we're going to provide additional prizes just because some of these pitches were fantastic, blew us out of the water, and for that, they're going to get an additional pouring. And so that's something that they weren't looking for. It ties in with the tangible outcomes that we want for the conference, that young people come to the I Am conference and leave with tangible things to make that next step, to do that pivot in their lives. And that's what's really important.
Well, that's excellent. Tiana, I know you participated in the pitch portion of things, but what are your general thoughts on the conference itself?
Okay, there were break rooms, but I did not get to attend those like you said. However, I was in the conference, like the overall starting, and I know there was this guy, he basically said that he told everybody to take a step forward and another step and another step. And then he told everybody to look back. When you look back, where you started from, even if it's just a little small step, it can lead you to great things. And I resonated with that because when I look back at where it was before, it's much better than, it's much better right now. And also there was somebody who was doing a female, she did a breathing exercise. That also taught me that I have to learn how to focus on myself and give myself some time to relax and some space. And yeah, overall it was really good, and I would encourage a lot of young people to come out and go to things like this.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And here's why we really should not, kind of overly anticipate what might be the most interesting things or what could resonate most with people for conferences like this. Because here Tiana is, as a young entrepreneur, talking about all of the things that were not necessarily straight up services to do with business that stayed with her, that she believes, resonate with her and can help her move forward.
That's right.
So, it truly was important to really bring something that was all encompassing, which really was this, if you're talking about taking care of self, etc. during the conference. What are some of the other areas that were heavily subscribed?
Health and wellness, especially the mental health space, which was where Tiana would have been introduced to the person that was doing the breathing exercises. The other space was the sports space. The sports space was very heavily patronized, if I can say that, chosen by young people. The ability to have one-on-one conversations about what are the job opportunities in sports outside of being a masseuse or a physiotherapist. What is the journey that I really need to go on if I want to do my SATs? And to understand that if you want to do your SATs and use sports as your bridge to get to higher education, that the ministry is willing to pour into you by giving you the opportunity that they will underwrite the cost of those SATs. If you wanted to find out what did it take to become a Shade, then you had the opportunity to sit down and talk to her one-on-one. We streamed her in. Young people could go have one-on-one conversations with her, Andrea Backett, because it makes a difference when you are able to see, as Tiana said, how far you've moved forward from where you were, and that this is the vehicle that took you. What does it take? How hungry are you? Outside of sports and health and wellness, employment and entrepreneurship are always heavily requested. There is also, what's the other 8? Because there are actually 8 broad themes that we cover.
Health and wellness, employment and entrepreneurship.
Thank you, Tisha.
Sports, you said robotics, coding, and AI.
Robotics, coding, and AI. That was the presenter there in that breakout room was a national scholarship winner in this year's scholarship winners, Gittins. And the funny thing about it is he brought his robots that he makes. He was able to, again, everybody was able to think outside of the box based on where he was taking them. And he himself, this was the first opportunity for him. He had a wonderful time, but everyone that went to his session also had a fantastic time.
All right, I want to thank you both for coming in and sharing with us. Congratulations on an excellent presentation from all reports, and the minister has said it must continue. I heard him in his own words. I have it, recorded, and I will continue to play it. Minister Griffith said the I Am conference will continue for years to come and will continue to grow. So we look forward to that, and I look forward to all of the fantastic ideas that the young people shared in this Shark Tank-esque pitch presentation as well. So make sure that you're ready for the very next one, and congrats to all the agencies who participated as well. It's time for another break here on Morning Barbados, but we have much more coming your way, so stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
You know why?
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country?
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right, so yesterday was budget day in the UK. So this morning we wanted to take a quick look at what that represents for us, potential implications for immigrants, Caribbean and Barbadian immigrants in the UK, and the significance for us here in Barbados and the Caribbean. So joining us for a quick chat is the Chargé d'Affaires with the High Commission here in Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, and acting High Commissioner. She's Deputy High Commissioner, so lots of titles, but to make sure that we give you your title, Charlie Williams, it's wonderful to have you with us this morning, and thanks for your time.
Thank you, T, for having me on your show. Government budgets are always important news, but I think they're especially important when you've got a new government, and our government took office in July only, and its first budget. So that's what this one is. It will take a lot of time to digest the detail, of course, for people, but I'm happy to try and give you my views, early views, and then encourage people to look at what the experts are saying too.
Absolutely. I myself have been trying to kind of wade through just the troves of information available and the reviews coming from various quarters. So could you provide a summary of what you think are the key highlights from the UK budget that happened yesterday and how they reflect on the current priorities of the UK government?
I think if we take the big picture, and I've said there's a lot of detail here, so I think go into that in slower time. But the big picture, the government is clear that it's focusing on two areas. One of which is putting the economy back onto a sustainable footing, putting public finances, fixing them if you like, onto a sustainable footing. That's going to be difficult. That's going to take some difficult decisions, and the government have taken that on some areas like tax, on spending, on welfare. But in the end, it's all about returning the economy to economic stability, restoring that economic stability, which is going to be good for growth and for investment going forward. And then the second point, the second area, is about investment. Somebody has said this, but this budget is an investment budget. It's about driving that investment, both public and then attracting further private investment, which will drive growth over the next decade. So those are the two big areas. There are a few things that I would like to highlight if we've got time.
Absolutely.
One thing is a massive public investment spend, so £100 billion worth announced in areas like public services, supporting public services, driving science and technology, to helping that transition to clean energy, which is relevant to everyone around the world, and of course upgrading things like infrastructure. There's a big focus, and I think this matters for your Caribbean nationals and indeed anybody living in the UK, on improving some of our big areas like hospitals, like schools, like roads, and other areas of which are barriers to growth. So building more homes, improving infrastructure, and that will again help attract that investment and drive future growth. If I want to transition, I think you mentioned, what does this mean for people overseas, but perhaps we can come to that. But those are the two things that I would really highlight: returning to economic stability and driving investment and growth.
Absolutely. And those are the areas that a lot of people have been talking about. There's been much talk about the economic conditions and how they directly impact, obviously, people who live there. This will include Caribbean nationals as well as, people who reside in the UK who originate from the Caribbean. So, were there any measures that were directly aimed at addressing the cost of living crisis in the UK, which is one thing that we've been hearing a lot about?
Well, I think the Chancellor said, that's our Finance Minister, said that working people wouldn't see an increase in important areas like national insurance, like income tax, like VAT. Instead, that burden has been put on employers, so they'll see a rise in national insurance. And there are other types of taxes which are aimed at affecting those who are more able to pay. Health, education and transport, of course, I mentioned the increase in investment in those areas, which I think is really important for people facing all sorts of challenges in the UK, including cost of living challenges. I think it's having looked at it, and let me just look at my notes here, the biggest increase in funding for the NHS, our National Health Service, since 2010. So all of those things will make a difference for ordinary people.
And speaking of ordinary people, in this part of the world, a major contributor to what happens on the ground with Caribbean people is remittances from those relatives and friends who are residing and living and working in the UK. Are there any measures that could possibly affect the way that Caribbean people are able to remit monies to the Caribbean?
There's nothing I've seen that speaks to remittances particularly, but of course stronger UK growth and more jobs in the UK ultimately will enable workers in the UK who want to send money overseas, send money back home, to do that and to do that more. So if there's better growth over the next decade, and the IMF growth predictions last week, I think there was an upgrade to the UK's growth prediction, which is great. That will help those workers in sending remittances. But I should say a stronger, an economically more stable Britain will be good for Britain as an international partner. So it will make us a stronger and more credible international partner. There are, again, pivoting to what this means for people here, there's welcome, and people here in this region as well, there's welcome assurance over our overseas development assistance budget. We're one of the largest providers of overseas development assistance, and we'll continue to do so. In the Caribbean, we focus on climate resilient and inclusive growth. We also focus on delivering humanitarian aid to people who need it, economic sustainability and other things. So we've got a massive infrastructure program where we're spending up to, I think it's £350 million to deliver climate resilient infrastructure. Things like the new port in St Vincent, things like climate resilient roads in Dominica. So all of these things are good for people in the Caribbean, as well as, I think, protecting those working people in the UK.
Absolutely. Now, in trying to run through everything, one of the things that stood out for me was that it was announced that air passenger duty will increase by up to £2 for each economy short-haul flight, and private jets will attract an extra 50% air passenger duty, up to £450 per passenger for a flight. Now, for the average person, that sounds like, maybe it won't impact us because they're speaking directly to short-haul flights. However, what are the implications? Because, as a tourist destination, we know tourism is essential to the Barbados economy, and it's the same model down the region with many of these other islands, whom we represent. So do you anticipate that these changes could impact tourism between the UK and the Caribbean?
Like any good diplomat, I'll caveat my answer in that I'm not an expert in and this needs, real analysis and from experts. But we understand how important British tourists are to Barbados and the wider Caribbean. And the data shows, I think, in the first half of this year, first half of 2024, I think 130,000 British tourists coming to Barbados alone. There's been things like the Cricket World Cup and other events, and it's fantastic place. And it's held up over the years. The tourist spend of Brits, as opposed to other nationals, I think is much higher as well. So a stronger, better economy, better growth is going to be in the long term good for Barbados, good for the region, good for tourism in the region. I think that actually what you laughed yourself, the big changes are for private jets and things like that, where probably and presumably more affordable than for ordinary people. So the increase in taxes for ordinary people is actually very small, and I wouldn't expect that to deter British tourists coming to somewhere like Barbados or indeed the wider Caribbean, which is a firm favourite and has been so over the years.
And of course, I saw your look when you said a firm favourite. I thoroughly believe that. And I want to thank you this morning for coming in and sharing with us. I know there's much to get through with what was presented yesterday. Lots of firsts. Yeah. For your government as well. First, of course, to see the Chancellor presenting, and that was highlighted.
And a female Chancellor,
a lot as well,
which was great to see.
Yeah.
There's a couple of other things that I should bring to your audience attention that are coming up over the next couple of next month. Firstly, we've got the UK Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum in London, I think, on 6th and 7th of November. That's bringing together finance, trade, tourism ministers from the Caribbean, going with over 250 senior business executives in the UK, and that's looking at growing investment back into the Caribbean and growing exports from the Caribbean into the UK. So that's one thing. And then here in Barbados, later in November, we've got another trade mission. This is the Renfrewshire Business network based in Scotland, but representing companies from throughout the UK, and they're bringing about, I think, 13 or 14 firms to Barbados again to grow those business and trade links. All right, so we're really pleased about those.
Oh, wonderful. I know you have to run off. Acting High Commissioner to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, sharing her views on Budget Day yesterday in the UK. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, T.
All right, time for another break here on Morning Barbados. But stick around. Coming up, we're talking beach wrestling.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it. Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it. Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's 15 minutes to go before 8 o'clock, and time for us to talk a little bit about Barbados beach wrestling. There's a tournament coming up. How about that? I'm going to try to keep a straight face throughout this entire, but you guys know that I'm a little bit naughty. Kimberly Barker is here. She's Public Relations Officer with the Barbados Wrestling Association. Great to have you here with us, Kimberly. Let me introduce everybody else quickly. We're just going to run down. We have two referees with us. Marcia Chasson is with us. She's with the United World Wrestling. She's a United World Wrestling referee, and she's just back from Paris. How about that? And Michelle Flinders is United World Wrestling referee as well for beach. We also have Kwame Innes, who competes in the 70 kg category, beach. And freestyle, Matt is Matthew Arundel, who competes in the 90 kg for the Open Championship as well. I think we got that in one fell swoop. I'm going to be careful with the placement of my letters. But in getting back to you, talk to us a little bit about the work of the Federation.
Yes, well, we have our annual event this weekend at the Hilton Beach. It's the whole day on Friday. And we've used the opportunity to bring some international guests, as you can see. And it would be a professional, fully international event where we have United World Wrestling referees coming to facilitate and legitimize the winnings, as well as we have over 25 contestants from all across the region, right? So they'll be here. They are here in Barbados, looking forward to the event on Saturday.
Oh, wonderful. That's interesting. I see there are going to be 25 participants from Trinidad, one of the biggest contingents. You have Martinique represented, and Cuba, as well as far as Canada and Hungary. So that must mean a great deal to the organization in terms of being able to network and get so many people to be interested in coming to Barbados for this meet.
Yes, that is correct. At this present moment in time, we're bidding to host a Commonwealth game. So the event is actually sort of a proof that we have at least 3 competitors from within the region to kind of legitimize the request to consider Barbados as a destination for the Commonwealth Games.
Oh, beautiful stuff. I'm sure it will work out. Kwame, if you're anything to go by, they're going to be getting at least one of those competitors they're looking for from down the region, from right here in Barbados. Tell me what initially piqued your interest in beach wrestling.
So I was just scrolling it back in, because I've only been wrestling about 2 years now. It's going to be 2 years in January. I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw the Nation post something about it. And I'm being a fan of UFC. I sent it to my friends and I was like, I think we can do this. I think I should be able to do this. And that piqued my interest. I went out there and I tried it and got humbled very quickly. It showed me the levels of skill and talent that I needed to achieve, I needed to get to. And from then I just hit the ground running, delved greater into the sport, got better, and we are where we are today.
Oh, that's excellent. And I'm happy that you're able to share that it wasn't exactly what you expected, but you've been working to grow within the sport. Now, Marcia, you are a referee just back from France. Talk to me about what this entails and how you got to this place where you are refereeing across the world.
Originally, I started as an athlete, and as I continued on in the sport and retired as an athlete, I wanted to have the opportunity to give back as a referee. So I started with on-mat styles, which would be freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling. And about 2 years ago, I started getting involved in beach in Canada and as well at the international level. And we've been working hard to develop beach wrestling in Canada. And now we're here with very grateful for the opportunity to help share our knowledge.
Oh, that's excellent. Michelle, you also are a referee with the United World Wrestling Federation. So how did you get into refereeing?
It started, I was very, very young. My father's always been gone internationally for refereeing as well. So I started as an athlete, just like Marcia. And then when I retired from that, I went into refereeing because it was kind of my father's wish to have that family grow. And then I actually met my husband refereeing. My husband referees with Marcia internationally. I did the freestyle for a while, for about 10 years, and then I went to the technical side. And then my husband went to Argentina and called and said, you have to start doing this beach wrestling stuff. It's just such a good vibe. It's so that I flew to France and I got my international license in France. And then we've held 2 years of tournaments, and actually he came to our tournament last year, and he actually won our tournament, so it's been really, really, really fun.
All right, and that's a great segue to get into Matthew, because you were telling me, Marcia, that Kimberly, that he was a part of a community initiative that you've been working on.
Yes, well, the Barbados Wrestling Federation, we have a program called the Beat the Blocks, where we take kids from the blocks and get them involved into the sport of wrestling, right? And what we've done is that we develop them and make them professional, and we then give them the experience or the opportunity to participate in international events, which Matthew would have taken part in. So he is now currently the 90 kg freestyle gold medalist.
I wouldn't want to come up against Matthew, and he's sitting here next to me. So tell me, Matthew, about how you initially heard about the program and what piqued your interest.
Well, I was first introduced to the program on the beach as just a ways of getting fit and learning new stuff.
Bring up the mic a bit for us.
Learning new stuff. From there, I never thought I would get into wrestling because it looks like just people jumping around and doing a lot of techniques on the sand, getting dirty, sweaty. But yeah, from there it just took off into a great experience. Great journey.
What was the experience like heading to this tournament that you eventually won?
Yeah, it was a great and tiring experience as I was preparing for the competition. It was a lot of high-level training. In Canada, it was a training camp with a Russian coach. So their mentality is very different from ours. They will fight with one hand behind their back if it's broken, if one leg is. So it's very, very rigorous and very changing mentally and physically.
All right, that's some interesting stuff. What are you looking forward to most, Kwame, for this upcoming meet?
For this upcoming meet, it would be my first time competing in beach wrestling since last year, since winning the 70-kilogram title. So defending my title, I'm very excited, kind of nervous. Every time I wrestle, there's a bit of fear going into it. I don't know anything about my competitors, how strong they are, how fast they are, how technical they are, but I go in there every time and I have to win. I made up in my mind that I will win, I will defend my title.
I look forward to that. How can we participate? Tell us the details of the event.
All right, so tomorrow at St. Leonard's School, tomorrow evening, we'll be at St. Leonard's with the mat wrestling, which is also known as freestyle wrestling. On Saturday, we'll be on the Hilton Beach all day with the beach wrestling. And then on Sunday, if anyone is interested in doing wrestling, whether it be beach or freestyle mat wrestling, they can always find us on Bronx Beach. Sorry, I was going to say Carlisle Bay, same place. But Bronx Beach at 7 a.m. We will have an open event where a person can just come and try the sport, see if they like it, and we'll have the various coaches there to, if anybody's interested in joining a club.
All right, and if you need a commentary team, I mean, there are worse jobs than being on the beach and watching wrestling,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, actually, we have partnered with the Barbados Olympic Association. They'll be having the big games on the 19th. There's also registration there, so they too will be at the event on Saturday. And I believe that they will have their commentators, but you're more than welcome to pass through, right? We'll make sure to give you the mic, but you can always just pass. You can always pass on Saturday as well. And persons interested in participating in the big events can also
sign up
there as well.
All right, well, thank you for coming through. Kimberly, Marcia, Michelle, Kwame, Matthew, for sharing with us. Make sure you get out this weekend and be a part of it. And welcome to Barbados. I hope you get to take in some fun in the sun as well, not only the wrestling.
Yeah, as soon as we leave here, I take them on a catamaran cruise, sorry,
All right,
with the
so
turtles.
I'll be seeing you guys early. I'm leaving now. You probably won't see anybody in this chair. All right, thank you again. Time for a break. Maybe I'll be back after the break. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Oh, what a morning it has been. There's been a lot going on. You'd remember yesterday we had Professor Christopher Emden of Columbia University. He's going to be presenting a lecture that's on today, The Journey to Decolonization, Equity and Social Change. It happens today at the Queen's College School, 6:30 this evening, and being put on by the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training. You definitely should get out and miss this can't miss affair. You can also follow them online at MRD Barbados on YouTube. Also, the Barbados Drug Service will host a free public lecture on the topic work-life balance from a mental health perspective, and that happens at the LESC at 7 o'clock this evening. So make sure you go on out and be a part of that. Between 6 to 7 o'clock, they want you to experience the expo part of things as well. Happy 18th birthday going out to Noura Oliver from your mum and the entire family. I hope you have a great day today. That came in from Patricia Ben, who is an avid Morning Barbados viewer. I hope you have a great day at school today and happy birthday to you. Plus, it's Q in the Community, people. That is right. It's Q Day, so we're inviting you to follow us to the YMCA. That's happening. Pinfold Street in Bridgetown. Live broadcast from 12 noon here on Q 100.7 FM as well. Line dancing, a little karaoke, and lots of fun. So thank you so much for sharing with us. Happy Halloween. The book that I'm reading is called Duppy Dust and Voodoo Pills. It's a pretty interesting book. You should take it up. I've been volunteering it to people in honor of Halloween. How about that? Lovingly written and illustrated by Martin E. Hughes, lifetime student of Barbadian culture. Is very, very interesting, and it certainly is not as the title would suggest. On behalf of the entire crew, thank you so much for joining us today. Coming up tomorrow, we have a fantastic show, so make sure you tune in. It's going to be the 1st of November as we prep for independence celebrations. Have a good one. See you, God willing, tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning, Barbados, good morning.